ones who gods care about is themselves.
So this is my vow.
All gods will die.
Hey there, quirky people! Today we're going to look into the next big villain that the God of Thunder will be taking on in all of his glory. Thor is no puny god. We're going to witness the strongest version of him in Love and Thunder. Gorr the God Butcher is coming to wreak havoc in the MCU, and we should all be afraid. Most importantly, Thor should be afraid because he is not safe.
Come here.
No, I think I'm having a attack.
Come here. Right here.
Hela and Surtur were strong, and Thor couldn't defeat either of them on his own. So he'd really have to pull up his yellow socks to take on Christian Bale's God Butcher villain. It is good that Thor will have support from Jane, Valkyrie, Sif, and the Guardians because he is going to need it.
Not me. What?
He'll need everyone to take on the most dangerous villain of all time. Why is it that Thor should be extremely cautious? Well, let's find out, shall we? The origin of Gorr the God Butcher. Gorr is a rather new villain in the comics, as he isn't even a decade old. His debut happened in Jason Aaron's Thor, God of Thunder, issue number 1. And he became a fan favorite villain instantly. His backstory is quite tragic, as his mother, his soulmate, and children ended up dying. And due to the demise of his loved ones, his belief over gods also died. He thinks that gods do not exist, or else they would have saved his family. He even gets banished from his tribe for thinking and preaching that gods don't exist. But when he finds out about Thor and other living gods, he vows to kill them all, as they did not help him save his family. Something like this also seems to be happening in the MCU. He clearly has a beef against gods.
All gods will die.
And the trailer showed him leaving bodies of dead gods behind. Guessing by Valkyrie using the Thunderbolt of Zeus against Gorr, it's likely that Gorr might attack Olympus and kill off Zeus. We also saw his infamous weapon in the trailer, which is the all-black Necro Sword. It is known as the first symbiote, as the symbiote god Null created it. He carved it from pure dark energy. That's why this sword is fatal against anything that's created out of light energy. It was made within the head of a dead celestial. Now, we all know of a severed celestial head in the MCU. It came to be called Nowhere, as we saw in the Guardians of the Galaxy. This celestial head may or may not have been involved in the creation of MCU's version of the Necro Sword. Or maybe the sword was actually used to kill this celestial. But we'll have to wait and see about that. It is possible that Gorr has also killed celestials in the MCU, and rumors suggest that the comic origins of this sword will be followed in the MCU. And Null will be name-dropped even though he is owned by Sony. That will be amazing, don't you think? Anyway, in the comics, Gorr got the sword from Null after witnessing him in a battle with the Golden God, and then he grew insanely powerful. So, let's look at the powers and abilities of Gorr. Well, Gorr does not possess any special powers of his own, but having over 3,000 years worth of experience, he gained a couple of masterful abilities. He became an insanely good combatant and a skilled torturer, but all his major powers came from the Necro Sword. This sword gave him superhuman strength that could rival Thor's strength. It literally turned out to be like Red Bull because Gorr got wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Besides the ability to fly, the Necro Sword allowed him to create all sorts of weapons. He could even create an army of berserkers made completely out of darkness. And we may have seen these berserkers in the trailer already. So he could become a one-man army against Team Thor. The biggest feature of the sword was that it could actually kill gods. Using the sword allowed Gorr to get his title of the God Butcher. It will be interesting to see which other gods did Gorr kill in the MCU. We've already talked about Celestials, but did he also kill a few Egyptian gods of the Ennead that were teased in Moon Knight? Only Thor, Love and Thunder can clarify these mysteries about Gorr the God Butcher. Okay, that's all for now. Are you excited about Christian Bale's Gorr the God Butcher? Let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!